Sprunky is a mod made for the game Incredibox by somebody named Nyanko BFLOL. This person is also sometimes referred to as Sky and is between 13 and 16 years old. As some of you were quick to point out on a previous video I made on the subject, Sprunky is not made for children. However, most likely because of its colorful characters and fun sound effects, it did grab the attention of children. And like so many games not intended for children before it, it was grabbed by kids channels on YouTube. The most popular of which being a channel by the name of LankyBox with over 40 million subscribers. You've probably seen their plushies in your local Target. However, today we will not be talking about LankyBox. I already have an entire video going more in depth on them. Instead, we're going to be talking about kids channels that use the characters from Sprunky to market sexually explicit content towards children. The first channel we're going to be looking at today is a channel going by the name of Slimecat with over 6 million subscribers and almost 1.5 billion views. If we calculate the amount of views with an RPM of around $10, that will give us about $15 million on the low end of what this channel has made. Here's an example of one of their videos. The video you just watched has over 200,000 views. However, it is not uncommon for this channel to get anywhere from 1 to 3 million views. This channel is not a new channel that just popped up. This channel has been around for years. They used to make, I can't believe I'm saying this, SpongeBob animated mukbang videos. However, now they've resorted to whatever the fuck this is. Unfortunately for my eyes, Slimecat didn't just start making this type of content. They've been making this type of content well before Sprunky was even a thing. These videos from 3 years ago show Ploppy's playtime in the exact same type of content with this weird, overly sexualized characters from that game. I don't know why I said overly sexualized. Any type of sexualization of Poppy's playtime characters is genuinely just so weird. Like, who would even think to do that? Well, evidently this person would. I'm so sorry you guys had to view that video, but I think it really helps to drive home the point of this is 100% not for children. I mean, that was literally Huggy Wuggy having sex. Unfortunately, even if we were to ban Slimecat, they do have an alt account. This alt account is called Gummy Dora and is obviously the same person. The thumbnails are literally almost exactly the same art style, the same like poses. It's all very disgusting, weird stuff. Looking at the videos even, the art style and animation is exactly the same once again. It has quite literally gotten to the point where there is an entire economy, entire genre of content with dozens upon dozens of channels making this exact same type of content, and YouTube is quite literally doing nada about it. Zip. There's literally none of these channels that are getting banned. And it's for one simple reason: money. These channels are raking in YouTube millions upon millions of dollars annually, and why would they want to stop that income flow? Advertisers are willing to pay a lot of money for these videos because children are simply so impressionable, and advertisers know that if they can market enough to a kid, that kid's most likely going to get their parents to try and buy them that product. It also comes down to the fact that young children don't even understand the concept of advertising. They think that these are basically reviews of the product and that the product is amazing, and they will basically eat up every single word of an advertisement, and I find that to be inherently disgusting. In my personal opinion, I don't think there should be advertisements on kids' videos on YouTube. I don't think kids' videos should be allowed on YouTube in the first place, but I also don't think that advertisements should be allowed on them. So what are ways we can combat this type of content on YouTube? Well, simply the main way is to destroy the demand by not letting your children have access to the app. If you have a younger brother, younger sister, whatever it happens to be, and you're still a kid yourself in your early teens or something like that, please tell your parents about this type of content. Alert them, because there's a lot of parents that don't understand that YouTube does have harmful content on it even still. Unfortunately though, in my experience, you can show parents this type of stuff a million times and they won't care, because they're simply just going to do whatever's easiest for their child, because in all actuality, people are stressed and they don't want to have any other stressors at home. When little Timmy's been accustomed to being on the iPad every second of every day for the past 5 years, and then you take his iPad away, he's going to freak out. And most parents would rather just not worry about that. And that is disgusting. And if you do that as a parent, you are a horrible parent. If you've raised your kids so that they're dependent on the iPad, if you let your children be raised by the internet, you are a horrible parent that does not deserve your children. Don't get me wrong. I understand that it's difficult to be a parent. I understand that children whine and complain all the time when they don't get what they want. But still, it is your job as a parent to make sure that your child is getting the developmental nourishment that they need. Videos like this and parents giving their kids iPads are the reason children are growing up now with more ADD than ever, with more autism than ever, with more just neurodivergency in general than ever. It is the reason that children's test scores now are looking so bad. Is because children's brains aren't being nourished, because instead of turning on PBS and watching an educational show, these kids are watching this disgusting slop on YouTube. They're learning what sexual stuff is before they're learning their fucking ABCs, and it's genuinely, I know I say genuinely a lot, it's very concerning to me that this is something that parents are completely okay with. I understand people are working 2 jobs now. I understand that there's a lot of single parent households, but you need to find a way to either block YouTube on your children's iPad and give them something that's going to be nourishing their brain with educational content, or just not let them on the iPad at all, or monitor them the entire time they're on YouTube. Make sure they're watching content that you would want to watch, something that you could find some value in for a child. Not something you personally would want to watch necessarily, but something that you could see why a child would be interested in this and has some educational value. You know, children's shows back in the day, such as SpongeBob, used to be funny for even adults. You know, there'd be adult humor in there, and an adult could get enjoyment out of it, because a lot of people used to only have one TV in the house or whatever it happened to be, and they'd be in the living room at the same time as their kid, and their kid wanted to watch cartoons. So we'll make a show that's both enjoyable for children and adults. But now SpongeBob is complete slop, almost similar to this type of stuff. It's just loud noises and colorful sound effects, colorful flashing stuff, and like just fun animation, and that's all well and good for a kid's show. However, there needs to be some level of just not jingling keys to it. You know, there needs to be something, whether it's a lesson the kid gets out of it for a moral lesson or an educational lesson, you know. I know I'm kind of yapping, but that's truly how I feel. And thank you guys for sticking with me for this video. I know this was kind of all over the place. I'm trying to do better, you know. And if you want to help me with my journey of trying to make this my full-time job, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow me on Twitter as well. Goodbye.